Hi, Colin. Tough luck. But chasing 140 words, surely you saw your chances during the innings break.
Sorry, repeat that. I couldn't hear.
Chasing 140 word, you saw your chances were high during the innings break.
Yes, definitely. I think in these conditions, 140 was very chaseable. We definitely would have taken that at the start of the game, especially the fact that it greased up and with the rain about, it made it easier to bat on. Especially coming from Geelong, where it was a bit of a tricky wicket and a slow outfield. Tonight was more batter friendly than what we've been accustomed to.
Do you think that the first two balls actually hampered the chase?
Look, if you lose 2 wickets early, it is always difficult. We know that when you chase, and you need a solid foundation to build from, and it did knock us back. But we bat very deep in this team. You showed with Paul van Meekeren coming in towards the back end and still hitting boundaries. So, we back ourselves in any situation.
Congrats on the innings. Saw you were sticking on the wicket for so long, and what was your plan to stick to the last and take your team to the end?
Yeah, I think in a chase like this, losing early wickets, you needed to try and bat deep, which wasn't easy because Bangladesh bowled pretty well up front. They didn't give us many scoring opportunities, but we knew that the pace of the wicket was good, so we could always score towards the back end. And the fact that we bat deep, definitely put us in a good position.
Hi, Colin. Got early wickets and then fight back and end of the day, end of the match, it was a close game. 9 runs lost. You are satisfied after the fight back or upset?
We upset, definitely. We felt like coming into this game that it was going to be a good match, but we felt like we had the skills and the capabilities to definitely beat Bangladesh today. And it showed, in our performance. It was a closely contested match, but we needed those partnerships at the start of the innings to really solidify our chase, and it just didn't happen today, unfortunately.
Nathan, and then we'll move to this side.
Given the narrow margin of defeat, how do you look back on those 2 run-outs?
Yeah, the first one, I slipped. Maxi kind of admitted, there was never 2 there. It's never ideal having run-outs. It was a bit chaotic, so we needed to calm things down a bit. But yeah, there's obviously 2 big batters for us. Maxi's in fantastic form, and Coops is raring to go. So those are 2 big wickets for us that we lost.
I'm not sure, just looking at the tournament as a whole, obviously there was last night's game, they lost early wickets as well. You guys lost a few early wickets, but arguably could have been in a position to win the game minus the run-outs. Everyone always talks about 3 wickets in the power play, you're in a losing position. This tournament is changing that narrative a little bit, do you think?
Yeah, look, you can lose 3 wickets in the power play and still win the game. I firmly believe that, especially looking at our lineup. We bat all the way down, like I said earlier. So, we weren't chasing 160, 170, 140 was definitely a chaseable score on that pitch in these conditions. So it just wasn't our night tonight. Taskin bowled well up front to get those wickets. So, credit to him as well.
How was the Bangladeshi fast bowling unit? Was it convincingly to play the game?
The wicket was quite skiddy tonight. They bowled pretty good areas up front. Obviously, we couldn't really attack the power play because we'd lost those 2 wickets in the first over, so we couldn't really play a natural game in the power play. We kind of had to try and take it deep and form a partnership, and try and take it deep.
We'll go the last 2 questions on the floor. The gentleman at the back, and then Daniel.
Colin, how do you evaluate Taskin's bowling today?
Yeah, I think he ran in with good aggression. Up front, they knew that 140 was a very chaseable target, I believe, and they needed to try and get wickets up front. He bowled pretty good areas, nicking off Vikram Singh and Bastaleda. So how do we change that? I don't know. It was maybe a bit loose from Vicky up front, if anything, but it was a good ball as well. So, if we don't lose those 2 wickets early, it's a completely different game.
Hey. Hi, here. I wondered if the second over that you guys bowled in your innings was a matchup thing, because you picked two specialist spinners, it was overcast, the ball was swinging a bit, and you bowled the second over. So I just wondered what that was about, basically.
Yeah, obviously matchups are a big thing nowadays. We kind of identified the fact that there were two left-handers, and I turned the ball away from them. Also, after facing an over of pace, they need to reevaluate facing the spin. There might be a bit more hold, it might skid. Bunning 6 overs of pace in the power play is quite tough because you can't change the pace too much. So it was definitely a match-up from our part.
Thanks very much. We'll move on to the Zoom. Taweed, you can go ahead. Sorry, Taweed, Taweed, we can't hear you. Can you please try again?
Hello, can you hear me now?
No, your sound is not great. Can you try adjusting your... I don't know if it's your headphones.
Hello, can you hear me?
Much better, thank you. Please go ahead.
Sorry, apologies. Hi, Colin. Yeah, well played today. Unlucky on the defeat. Given the other teams in the group, would you say that today was a huge opportunity missed in terms of sort of picking up 2 points?
Yeah, definitely. We kind of sat down before the game today and identified this game as a game that we can definitely win. We know that we've got the skills and capabilities in this team to beat full member nations. So, we felt like we could definitely do it. It was a tightly contested match today. So, I suppose it's a missed opportunity from our side today.